few days since Sunday. You've had time to reflect. What do you think of Sunday's performance?
Well, a win's a win, and that was important to us, as I alluded to before, is that we hadn't had a pre-season friendly, so we're a little bit rusty. There were some great performances. We looked big and we looked strong, particularly in the first 30 minutes, and then, you know, the conditions probably got on top of us. It was muddy, it was hard work. His kicking game wasn't as good as it should have been once we'd lost Simon Brown. So the importance of a good kicking game and playing in the right area of the field were the key elements. But I thought at times defensively we were very, very, very strong, and his line speed were very quick. So they're things that we've been working really hard on in pre-season, and the boys took it into the game.
You got opportunity to see some of the new players. Do you want to tell us about some of your new signings?
Yeah, a couple of lads who played last week was Jamie Cottle, who got thrown in the deep end against Halifax in the semi-final last year, and again looked pretty comfortable there. And you know, he's going to have a lot of competition for places this year when Missy and Quentin get here. So you know, really delighted they stepped up to the mark there. Pat Smith, the lively looker that's come out of All FC's structures and systems, and you know, look comfortable, look like he will be able to handle this competition as time goes on. So there are a couple of players. Liam Higgins, you know, that's played at the ice level with the Castleford Tigers. I thought looked strong, took a lot of handling, and you know, they're three of the guys that I thought were at the top of the game on Sunday.
Is anybody coming through the reserve to push him?
Well, certainly, as you've seen last week, Corey Hansen played and scored again, and he's got an habit of, whenever he plays first team rugby, getting a try. He got thrown at the deep end last year against Featherstone, and certainly stood up to the mantle there, and he did it again last week. Still a little bit of work to do, we know that. He's still got to get a little bit fitter. He's got to have a little bit more awareness. That comes with that little bit of experience and playing at this sort of level. So there's Eddie Batty, who's had an absolute outstanding pre-season. He's ready to play and chomping on the bit. And again, you've got to remember Corey and Eddie are both 18-year-old. There's Dan Hawksworth that is also there knocking on the door as well, who is now certainly hitting his straps in pre-season. So yeah, you know, them guys have been added to the first team squad. We intend to give them an opportunity this season, which is great. What it gives and does for the club is shows that we will promote from within, and we certainly will.
Sunday, first game of the season.
Yeah, looking forward to it. You know, we haven't been back in Sheffield for a while playing. You know, we got to the playoffs end of last season, and every game were away, and we got beat against Halifax again away. So we're back in Sheffield, and you know, we want to show where we're at, the new players that are here. You know, we're highly delighted that Kyle Wood and Jamie Cordner will be available for selection on Sunday after completing the dual registration from Huddersfield. So them two will get thrown straight into the firing line and get them used to the players around them. So you know, there's a couple of new players going in again this week, and there's one or two that didn't play last week and are probably forced away, in like Ryan Edwards. Eddie Batty's on the edge there as well, so there'll be a little bit of a change. We're expecting a tough game. Obviously Whitehaven, usually big, strong. They came to the Bramall Lion last season and got us when we were on fire and got beat quite comfortably. So you know, we know what they're going to come. As I say, they're going to be big, they're going to be strong, they're going to try and be physical, but you know, we need to play a little bit smarter on the edges and move them about, because I believe we're pretty fit, we're pretty strong, and we've got the players that can run them out a little bit.
You elected not to have any friendlies this year, using the Northern Rail as a warm-up?
Well, not as warm-up. You know, my view on friendlies is quite simple, is that, you know, how do you expect people to play from January while September, October possibly, 10 months of the season? How do you want consistency? How does the body stack up there? And you know, that's why some of the clubs are broken, because they've started playing, some of them play at Christmas, don't they, and that becomes then a 10-11 month season. Why would you do that to the players? The part-time, semi-professional, when do you want them to peak? And I think over the last so many years, and again, people will speak about it, Sheffield Eagles have been stronger towards the end, and that means that we've got us pre-season right. We've probably got the, you know, do we have friendlies, don't we have friendlies right? We've got the strength and condition right, and it all points to, you know, the end of the season when all the competitions are there.